All right, so today we are taking a look at the EWORK electric paint sprayer. Now they sent this one to me so that I can show it to you. And so we're gonna tear this thing apart, show you how this works, put it back together, and then we're gonna take it out to the shop and put it to use. And so I need you to stick with me because there's a lot of important parts in here that need to be detailed so that you can understand everything about the EWORK paint sprayer. If you've never tried any of the EWORK products, I highly recommend them. I've got a leaf blower, I got a paint sprayer, impact driver, screw gun. I tell you what, they make some quality products and their batteries are interchangeable. This one is not battery operated. It does have a long power cord to it. And so let's just get into this. So the nozzle here is an adjustable nozzle, and you're just going to loosen the top nut so that you can adjust your spray direction, whether you're spraying vertical or you're spraying horizontal. You can change that. You've also got some extra nozzles that you can put in here. They come with 4 different nozzles, and they're super easy to change. Once you take that locking nut off and you take the spray head off, then you've got the nozzle that's just going to pop out of there just like that. Now you just want to be very careful with that because inside you do have your pin that goes inside the nozzle, and you just want to make sure that that's clean, not corroded, nor does it have any clumps of paint that's on it. Then you're going to grab your head, and your head locks on top of that nozzle so that you can turn it and adjust it depending on what you are painting. So that's just going to slip right into the head, and then you're going to put your locking nut over that, and then again you can make changes. You can turn that to any direction depending on what you're painting again. So your nozzles are also going to be dependent upon what you're painting. If you're going to have a very narrow stream, or if you're going to do a really broad stream, they have the nozzle for that. So that's your head, that's your nozzle, that's your locking nut. Now you can see that this is going to be the bowl for your paint. Now there is a little trigger right here. It's not on the other side, it's only on one side, and that's going to allow you to remove your bowl off of there, and it's going to lock into place. So I'll show you this other side here. There's a block there so that you can't do that. And I'll show you that from this side. See how that comes out of there? And then it only fits in one way. So that's really nice to know that. Now right here at the trigger, you do have your trigger adjustment so that you can pull that sprayer all the way back, or you can block it so that you're just letting a little bit of paint come out of there. And again, it's going to be dependent upon how you're using this or what you're painting, but there's a stopper right there for you. Now to take the entire bowl off, of course you can screw this off, and then you're going to fill that with paint. And then for the head to come off, you're going to pull down on that little trigger right there, and then pull it out just like that, and you're going to be able to clean all this up. Now on the gun itself, you got a really nice grip here, good handle to it. It does have a little weight in the back, but it is a brushless motor, so you're going to be able to handle that just fine. They do also have on the back side here a little filter that you can clean out and keep your motor clean so that you're not getting dust particles or any paint particles that are going into your motor to bind that up. So super nice there. Again, you've got your nozzles. And then you've also got your you've also got some filters here so that you can, as you're pouring that into the basin, you can filter out any clumps that may be in your paint. And then they also do have a viscosity cup so that you can check the viscosity of your paint. Now here's a really neat feature that I think it's worth pointing out, is that they do have an air nozzle. So if you were maybe doing a windowsill or a crevice and you got some dust particles or dirt particles, or maybe you've got some dead flies or dead bugs from the winter time that are just laying in a windowsill, then you can put this on in place of your nozzle, and you can have an air duster. And we're going to show that to you outside because it's going to come packed with a bunch of air and be able to blow out all that stuff out of your way so that you're not painting over dust particles, dirt particles, or even bugs that may be in a windowsill. So that is the EWORK sprayer. We're going to take it outside now, and we're going to put it to the test and put a little bit of put a little paint out there so you can see how well it does. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you was the air nozzle. And we don't have any dust to blow off here, but we got some down here on the ground. So you're not going to have any trouble blowing out window seals, cracks and crevices and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and remove this, put some paint in, and see what it looks like on the boards.
Now we're going to turn the nozzle. Okay, so the thing about painting is that you don't want to rush it. You want to make sure that you get a good, even coverage. I think that this looks really good right now, just as it is. We'll let it dry. It may need a second coat, but we'll determine that after it has dried. There's not a lot of overspray. I would think that when you get to the corners, if you were painting a room, when you get to the corners, you're going to want to have some sort of a guard there. If you look here on my kayaks, and I've done this intentionally on the bottom side of the kayak, just so that you can see there's just a little bit of overspray right here, not a big deal. And then you got a little bit of overspray right here. So you're gonna have to be careful when you come up to the where the ceiling meets the wall, because that would be on the ceiling part of it. But then again, you're probably going to brush that in and not get so close with the sprayer. But I tell you what, this is really going to cut down your time of painting a room or whatever else you may be painting. You got the different nozzles so that you can have different spray patterns, and then you can turn that nozzle depending on what direction you are painting, whether it's horizontal or vertical. And the EWORK, as I said, in my opinion, EWORK is one of the leaders in power tools, and if you haven't had a chance to work with them yet, the spray painter is a great place for you to start.
Okay, so I just wanted to come back real quick and show you how easy this was to clean. This tube comes out so that you can wash that inside and out, make sure that it's clean. And then once you get your nozzle taken off of here, you also do have a cleaning brush. And then you also do have something to poke down into the nozzle so that nothing gets plugged up in there. We're pretty clean. All I used was hot water and cleaned it all up. Put some hot water in here, sprayed it through the nozzle, got any clumps out that were in there, got any dried particles that were in there, and we're looking really good here, and I'm super proud of this, really happy with it. I think that if you are getting into any painting or have any painting jobs that you need to do, this is going to be super handy, very helpful, and it's really going to cut your time down considerably.